Well, today have a battery dilemma. I believe I may have cooked my regular batteries that I have in here. I let them drop below 50%. I have no idea how that happened, but they didn't work the way I wanted to. This will be coming up on my third season. I've gone 2 seasons of my batteries. I've got the deep cell interstate batteries, which are really good batteries. They've got 60, I think it's 60 amp hours per battery, so a total of 120 amp hours. But what I did the other day is, normally I keep them in the camper when we're here in the winter time, and when I came here the other day, normally my solar here will say 100%, and what happened is came in here and it was at 52% when I first came in here, so I thought that was kind of strange. So I went ahead and plugged it in all day long, left it plugged in, and it went up to 100% pretty quick. But my converter here, it actually ran. You could hear the fan running the entire time I was out here working in the camper. And when I finally did unplug it, within about 5 minutes, it dropped all the way to 80%, 82%. And this is overnight here, and it's a 72% now. Getting a little bit of solar now, maybe about a half an amp on the solar, but it's not keeping this up like it normally would. And I don't know what's going on with my batteries. I'm going to check them. I believe maybe I should have serviced the water on them, and I'm going to check and maybe service the water, and hopefully I get that to fix. And we should hold that 100% almost all day, as long as I've got the solar trickling into it. But I'm going to go ahead and try to service these batteries, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. And if that don't work, at the end I'm going to go through my options of what I'm going to do. If this doesn't work, what I'm going to do to replace these batteries. And I'll go over a whole list of what I do and what I want and what I don't want. So we'll get to service them right now, and I'll get back with you at the end, and I'm going to ask your opinion on the different battery systems that I want to try it if this doesn't work. So here's my interstate batteries that I have, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop off these covers and see where my water levels are, and we'll do that, and I'll get back with you and we'll see what we got. Well, I got those off, and actually I found that the water level wasn't that low. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit. And what you can look in here, you can look, if you pull your battery out, you can see the side of them. You want them above all the lead plates. But basically, if you have this interstate type, you'll see there's a plastic flange there, and you want the water level just to hit the bottom of that plastic piece that extends down. That one there's a little low, and that one right there looks like it's about where it should be. When you use your water, you make sure it's distilled water. It's usually pretty cheap. You can buy it just about anywhere at Walmart or whatever. And I'm just filling it to the bottom of that those plastic pieces there. So after adding fluid to my batteries, it's starting to creep up now, but my solar also has increased. It's up to about a little over 1.5 amps. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, well, that's 1.2 amps. It's pulling it's putting off the solar into the battery, so it's charging up. It does seem to be charging faster, but we'll just have to see how this is going to be a fix for me. And if not, I'm going to be looking into getting some batteries probably anyway. So I'm going to go over a list here of batteries that I don't want to use and my needs I have in this area, and what I'm thinking of, and let you all add in the comment section what you all think and what your opinion on different things are. One thing I want to get into a little bit before I show you my chart of what I don't want is, if I do go to lithium batteries, which is probably where I will go, I want to be able to do it without changing out my converter or my solar controller. And I'm only going to use one battery, probably starting off, and my needs are very limited, so I want the pros and cons of not changing out those two systems. They'll still charge, but they won't quite charge the batteries up to a full capacity. That's the way I understand. But if there's something I'm missing, let me know. And we'll get to the batteries now of the ones I don't want and what I'm looking at going toward. So if I have to replace these batteries, these are the three options I have. The acid lead flooded, which is what I currently have. I don't really want to go this route again because I just don't have to worry about drop below that 50%. So the next one we have is the AGM gel type battery. This is a very good setup, but I don't want the weight. I'm really worried about weight in what I'm doing with my camper. And the third choice is the lithium. And in this case, the lithium is your best bet. It's a lighter weight, but it is very expensive. So that's something to look at. And some people actually go to a 6-volt system too. And again, that would be too much weight. I'm trying to reduce as much weight as possible. So with that being said, this is where I want you to give me your opinion on what you think I might need. And I'm going to tell you that my needs are that I'm in the eastern United States. I'm very seldom going to be off-grid for more than 2 days. So basically I need a system that'll hold me for 1 or 2 days using minimum things like maybe the fan, some lights, maybe a CPAP machine, but nothing else. Not too big of a draw, but I do need to maintain that over 50% if I use an acid lead, or I need to maintain enough power for at least 2 days. So just looking at my converter box, I know some of these might have a setting for lithium type batteries. On mine, it just says the max capacity output is 13.6 volts. So I do know that if I do add lithium, I'm never going to get above that on my lithium battery. So I do know that, and I'm okay with that. Like I say, if I can get that full benefit out of the lithium power and I don't have to worry about dropping below that 50%, that's my big advantage there. Another thing I want to know about is I really want, if I go with the lithium battery, I want to put it in there without changing out my converter or changing out my solar controller. I believe this will work, and I want to know if anybody else has done this setup before. I know I won't be able to utilize the full capacity of the lithium battery, but I'm okay with that, and I just want to make sure that it can be done and there's no problems with that. So let me know in the comments as well. Again, I'm asking your all's opinions. Just keep in mind my needs and let me know how this has worked for you if you've done anything like this. So that's about all I have with this video, and I appreciate all the feedback I hope to get back from this video, and hope you all are doing well, and we'll see you again on another one of these videos.